steamed terry from the Hardwick, Abergavenny, just outside Abergavenny. Our philosophy is based on simple produce, local where possible, which is quite a lot. I mean, all our livestock and most of our veg is local. But what we don't get locally, you know, we get some nice stuff from Italy, France and Spain, but that's it. We don't get anything further than that. It's that whole less is more philosophy, because, you know, being clever is respecting the produce and, you know, bringing out the best of, you know, things like this. I mean, just beautiful local courgettes and flowers, you know, fantastic organic, you know, local tomatoes. You know, we've got an organic farm behind us here, and it's just, that to me is the pleasure I get from my work. Okay, we're going to be doing a smoked salmon dish, so it's a nice thing to do sort of for well, maybe Christmas time or that sort of seasonal time. We're going to make a potato cake, it's like a sort of a potato blinny, and we're just going to put the dish together with some acidulated cream, really, which is just basically double cream with a little bit of lemon juice in it. It's quite a simple thing to do, really. Just if you've got some mash, you know, make a little bit of mash. So I'm going to put some in there. I mean, I want to do a few, so I've got that much mash. Got some fresh horseradish root. You can use the horseradish from you know, you can get some nice horseradish in jars now. We can put a little bit of that in, but we've got the fresh stuff knocking around, which I quite like. It's a bit more punchy. It's nice to use the fresh root. Bit of salt. Just mix that in there. With the egg whites, it's a bit like making a souffle. So 1/3 of the egg whites, and again, you know, I've got that there. I'm not going to add all of that, but so I put some in first, and it's like you have to work some of the egg white into the mix first because the potato's heavier than the egg white, so you need to sort of just work it in, which sort of knocks the air out of the egg whites, and then you put a little bit more and gently fold it in once the mix is lighter. Just work that in like that. And I mean, everything in this is cooked. I mean, the egg whites, obviously, they're raw egg whites. You could use pasteurised egg whites, which you can buy in supermarkets, but these are raw egg whites. But they're going to be cooked once this heats up in the pan. But you haven't got to cook them for ages. It's just mix that in, so you can see how that's sort of become lighter. Just taste it for that. You can taste the horseradish, it's lovely. A bit more salt in there. Once again, we're using the Anglesey sea salt, which comes in quite largest crystals, which you need to just crush as you add into the dish. And we'll put a little bit more horseradish in there, actually. And I'm going to, once I've put the egg whites in, I'm going to add some chives. So now that's like that, we'll add some more egg white like that. And this time we just sort of fold it in. Put some chives in. So that's what you're looking for. So it's just nice and, you know, it doesn't, it's sort of quite soft. And with a spoon. Just scoop up it and just put it in like that. In a non-stick pan, I'd recommend using a decent non-stick pan. A little bit longer. Cheers. got a little. Just using a little bit of olive oil to cook these in. So you've got to sort of get this underneath and just sort of flip them over. So they're not like terribly filling. They're really good as a starter, or just just a little. You could do them smaller and do them as a little canopy. In there, that's just a little bit double cream. I'm just going to put some lemon into that. So it's like sour cream, really. It's sort of like homemade sour cream. It's just what we call acidulated cream. The lemon is now. See what the lemon's done to that cream? It's just made it. Just thickens it up. Just by adding lemon into it. Bit of salt, a few chives. Bit of seasoning. Obviously, so the main part of this dish is. Smoked salmon. Everything is a vehicle, really. Everything is a garnish as a supporting role to the smoked salmon. Some black pepper in there. Again, we use a Black Mountain smokery, which is just outside Crickhowell, which is it's my favourite smoked salmon. It's a lovely cure, really nice timing on the smoking. It's got a nice sort of soft, unctuous sort of texture, which for me is is what smoked salmon should be. Use whatever smoked salmon you want from wherever you want. But I mean, this is our local smoked salmon. For me, there is no other choice. That's a garnish there. Bit of that. Got a few salad leaves, just a few mixed salad leaves just to garnish the dish with. Got some. This is called it's like tardivo or trevice, which is like a pointy sort of red lettuce. Some rocket, and this is dandelion, or the French call it pissenlit. But you wouldn't want to be called Lee, really, would you? But there we are. A little bit of dressing on there. Nothing worse than an undressed salad. Unbearable. I mean, I'm not a big salad fan, but you put a nice dressing on it, it's nice, So these are ready. We'll put two of them on there just to. You see, look, it's just nice and. It's a lovely little texture. So they're warm, and when you take the smoked salmon, the warmth of that will just transfer into the smoked salmon. Just takes a bit too much there. Put that there. I mean, it's a great dish for a brunch, or just nice and simple. Oh, hang on, we've got the beetroot as well. There's our lovely baby beetroots. Beetroot, horseradish, smoked salmon, all goes really well together. Got nice pink ones. There we are. Bit of that. And then we have this extra virgin rapeseed oil, which really it's quite a nutty flavour. Let's finish it with that. And that is our finished dish. Maybe just a few capers. Just a few capers on there. I like capers.